Greetings to all my black brothers and sisters all around the world. It really give me great joy and pleasure to reach out to you this morning. I just finished doing a DVD on the secret of the 13th law of attraction. And I've been asked, there has been a request for me to speak on Melchizedek. Someone have commented and asked of me to do that. And so I'm going to speak on Melchizedek and who is this Melchizedek. Now, first of all, we have to understand our lower self and our higher self. Also, we have to understand that we are spirit having a human experience. Also, we have to understand that there are two portals. There's a portal from below and there's a portal above. And when we born from below, we came to a portal that brings us into the world of the visible. But when we've been born from the skull, it brings us into the world of the invisible. It brings us into the world of memory. It brings us into the world of self-realization. It brings us into the world of enlightenment. It brings us beyond the level of the five senses and brings us into the sixth and seventh and eighth and ninth and brings us to the ninth power. Also, we have to understand that the Bible have no reference to anyone that ever existed or to any actual event that took place upon the earth, that it addresses the human mind. And we must take note of where it has been mentioned about Melchizedek. And it is said that Abraham, which Abraham is a state of consciousness, met Melchizedek and gave of Melchizedek 1/10 of everything that he would have gotten from the spoil where he defeated all of the kings that would have took his cousin Lot. Now, let's look at it in a psychological way. Abraham, the Bible says in Galatians 4:24, is really an allegory. It's something allegorical. Abraham is the father of faith. And without faith it is impossible to please God. And you can only show your faith by your works or by your action. So it is teaching us that when we take action in our own life to come up against the things that want to hold us captive or want to hold even those that are around us captive, which want to rule and govern the life of those around us and even our own self captive, that we have to put the law of action to work to prove our faith, to show our faith, and we have to defeat all of the negativity and defeat all the things that are hindering us in our life and all the things that are hindering us from growth and all the things that are hindering us from a higher state of consciousness, a higher level of consciousness. And when we defeat all those things, we will take back our power. That's what it means when they say that he took the spoils. It is we taking back our power. It is we coming to our true I amness. It is we going to sleep or going to bed more consciously. It is we getting more aligned with nature. It is we getting more aligned with the power in us and believing in the power in us and putting trust with the power in us. For it says that Abraham only had 300 men. It is speaking here about perfection, the place of completeness, the place of surety, where you are confident, where you are definite, where you're sure, where you know exactly what you want to manifest in this world, and you know that you have the power to manifest it. It'll come into a place of knowing that you have taken back your power, and if you want to manifest a Bentley, you can manifest a Bentley. If you want to manifest a Hummer, you can manifest a Hummer. If you want to manifest a Rolls Royce, you can manifest a Rolls Royce. I just use those as example. You want to manifest a home, a better relationship, whatever it is, then you must come now and you must offer it to your higher self, which is a Melchizedek, which is coming to know that you are the high priest that never had a beginning, that never had an end, that have no mother and no father, that have no beginning of days and no ending of days also. It is coming to your eternal self. It is moving from humanity into divinity. It is moving from faith to love. It is moving from gender to mentalism. It is conquering all your giants, conquering all your fears, conquering all your doubts, and surrendering, giving up everything over. From the left brain way of thinking, that 10% that you're using to reason, and the 10% you're using to depend on academic education, and the 10% you're using to believe in intellect, and the 10% you're using to believe in a power outside yourself, you give it to the higher self, so you can live 100%, so you can live in your abundance, so you can come into true self-realization, true self-empowerment. So when I speak about Melchizedek, it is speaking about your higher self. It is coming to know that you are the high priest. It is coming to know that you belong to a divine order with a divine language and a divine bloodline, a lifeline, a way of thinking, a way of using your mental powers, a way of believing whatever you can imagine, you can manifest. An awakened imagination. That is Melchizedek also. Being in alignment with the life that is in you. Being in alignment with the kingdom that will draw all things unto you. It is discovering and finding the kingdom in you. It is discovering the pearl of great price. It is discovering the talents in you. It is you being a good steward. All of that is what he's speaking about when he speaks about Melchizedek. Your completeness, your I amness, your true self, the real discovery, the real power, the real dominion, the real authority. Where you live above the wall and live above the system of the wall. Where you have destroyed all of the obstacles and stumbling blocks. You get rid of all the kings, the things that are governing your life and keeping you at a low state of vibration. So my friends, with that being said, I hope what I've said makes sense to you, and I hope it have helped you in any way. So with that being said, I want to thank you very much for your patience with me, and I want to ask of you to always follow your intuition, and feel free to subscribe, feel free to like or dislike or to comment. So with that being said, I just want to say peace. I'm out. Love you.